Hello, Internet. I'm TKKNMSTR, joined by...
RPGmaniac05.
And we're going to talk about the Sony E3 press conference 2013. I just want to apologize before we start, because I've been up for like 20 hours and I haven't slept, and
He has been.
kind of overloaded myself. But I'm good to go now that we're in the zone, talking about games and stuff, because my brain can like function on that stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. So they started off with, the epic montage reel that they're known for, and it was great. And I was like, oh yeah, montage reel. So much better than that Xbox One conference. Huh.
I actually kind of skipped the reel when because I was watching the recording of it, so I just kind of skipped the reel, because I was like, okay, I kind of want to just get to the conference, because I don't really care about montages until I see stuff. So.
And then they started off with the Vita, and Jack Trenton was all like, we got 85 games here to the Vita this year. I think he said this year. I have this year question mark. I'm not sure if he said this year or this year, next year, whatever. Over the next year, who knows. And then The Walking Dead for 100 days coming this summer. It'll be a DLC. And there's also going to be a Vita bundle with Walking Dead launching this summer. So that's pretty cool. And then we moved on to PS3. And they showed this awesome Last of Us trailer. And I was like, alright, I pre-ordered that game on PSN. I can't wait to get it. And then they showed the Puppeteer trailer. And yeah. And then they showed Rain, a gameplay snippet of Rain.
And it was all sad and all melancholy-like and stuff. The music was all rainy and stuff. And it's like, well, this game doesn't sound like an upbeat, happy game at all. It probably isn't. So.
Probably isn't, because Rain is not a happy, smiley-facey, emotion-y element.
It's, but isn't it, though?
Or type of weather, I should say.
Guess not.
And then they showed a Beyond Two Souls trailer, where it was all like,
that's another.
She was training and stuff. But I was like, I don't know. I'm not bothered that they showed it because I was trying to avoid spoilers and whatever. But it's like whatever, I saw it. So what can I do?
But it was like weird because it was completely different from what they had shown before about it when they first revealed it. And I was like, I wasn't. That's another game that was kind of just like, it was similar to the whole Metal Gear Solid thing. Where I was like, I don't remember this being.
Yeah, she didn't have her
supposed to be part
ghost
of
best friend help her. It was just her.
It was weird. So
kicking the crap out of people was interesting. I was like, what?
Yeah. So I guess we'll see, because that game's supposed to be coming out this year, though, right? So.
Yep.
So I guess we'll see more about that as the months go. But it's interesting.
And then they showed a Gran Turismo 6 trailer, and it was amazing, and I cannot wait to get that game when it comes out this year. And then they showed Batman Arkham Origins, and that on the PS3 you'll get exclusive DLC of the Nightfall costume and the 1960s TV show costume.
I did like Nightfall, but mostly because I don't like Batman, so seeing me get all broken and stuff was all kind of awesome. It's like, haha, you dead, homie! And then the other brutal guy had to take in for him.
He didn't die, right? He just broke his back.
I mean,
okay.
that basically killed Batman until the weird brutal guy took over, and he's like, haha, I'm gonna be Batman now, except that I'm way worse than you, because I'm psychotic. So that went about as well as one would expect. But, yeah. That was, I enjoyed that story.
And then they're all like, well, Microsoft, you think you can have a bundle, I'm sorry, not a bundle, a new version of your console, and we're not going to do anything about it? Well, you're wrong. And they're like, we got a GTA 5 PS3 bundle coming September 17th, and we also have a GTA 5, or I'm sorry, Grand Theft Auto 5, that's the game. GTA 5, I'm sure you know that, whatever. Just clarifying. We have that branded Pulse Elite headset. They did not give a price for the headset, so it's probably expensive though. So yeah. And there's also like a exclusive audio setting on that headset. So if you play it, it's like tuned specifically for GTA 5 to get like the best audio ever when you play that game. And then we went into the PS4 zone, and I was so happy. And I was like, oh, let this flow over me and feel me and be amazing.
Oh my. People might think you're talking about something completely different. But,
okay, I'm tired. What can I say? So, they showed what the console looks like, and it's a rhombus, also known as a diamond or a parallelogram. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen one of these since high school geometry.
Strangely shaped, but it does look suspiciously similar to the Xbox One. Like, both consoles look very similar to each other, but I mean, like I was telling Tekken, Sony had kind of jumped on the whole black and silver console before Microsoft did, so I'll just assume they had that plan from the get-go. And Microsoft was just copying them.
Wait, look at their last two consoles. They're both pretty black.
Yeah. So,
okay, and then like this dude came on to talk about. I'm not sure if it's a different dude than Jack Tritton. It probably was, but they were talking about like Sony, like movies and crap, or Sony movies, whatever it's called, studios. And they're talking about leveraging Sony Entertainment Services worldwide on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Network, and how they're going to have like the Video Unlimited service and the Music Unlimited service and all this and blah 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 on your Sony devices and all up in your PS4 and PS3, and it'll be amazing.
I kind of tuned out on that section because I was like, entertainment packages.
Yeah, this is like
Microsoft stuff.
This is like the tune out part of their conference when it was like, oh, we're not talking about games now, so feel free to just
stop caring,
stare at the ceiling until we come back to it, and you can pay attention again.
I mean, I'm sure it's like good for people who do use their consoles for other media stuff, but I mean, I have a laptop and I can stream movies and music and stuff from that, so I usually don't use my console for that unless I absolutely have to. I mean,
yeah, I don't need Music Unlimited because I have Spotify and Pandora, and I don't need Video Unlimited because I have Netflix and YouTube.
I do watch Netflix on my consoles, though. I'll give them that, because the screen's a lot bigger than my computer screen, so yeah, there's that benefit.
And then they said that they're developing content with gamers in mind and access to unique content when they're talking to the Sony movie studio dude. And I was like, okay, so does that mean they're going to make like some more stuff like the tester, or what does that mean? Or the access to unique content, what's that going to mean?
The tester.
And they're all like details will be coming soon or eventually or whatever. So I was like, no new tester. But yeah, Video Unlimited will be available day one on PS4, as well as Music Unlimited. And then Redbox Instant by Verizon is going to be coming soon to PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and PS4. And there's also some live events viewer thing coming soon where you can watch live events. And Flickster is coming this fall. So, yeah, if you still use that, there you go. Okay, and this is the part where I totally just like, I was like temporarily converted since I was like still on Nintendo, so I was like, well, I haven't abandoned them yet until today. So it was like, all right, my slow decline or ascension, whichever you care to say, to Team Sony was in full force here, because Shuhei Yoshida came out and he's all like, we have over 30 PS4 first-party titles in development. I think he said 20, but I might have misheard him as 30.
He did say 30, but then he was like 20 of them were coming like
I was so
within the
confused. I was like,
within
okay,
the year of its release.
Did he say 20? But I just misheard him because of his accent. I don't know. So yeah.
I don't know. He said 30.
Okay, because I had in parentheses 20 question mark. So over 30 first-party titles in development. 12 are brand new IPs, where like Microsoft was all like, oh, well, we have 4 first-party studios. It's like, well, that's like, what, 4 games at a time? So it's like, yeah, that's just...
He did mention
Let's compare notes here.
He did mention that 20 of the games are supposed to be coming out within the first year of the PS4's launch, though, so that's good to hear. So that's at least almost 2 games a month.
12 are brand new IPs, and they showed a trailer for one. which was called The Order 1886.
That looked pretty cool.
Produced by Santa Monica Studios and developed by Ready at Dawn, and it does look pretty good, I gotta say. Like,
because I don't know if it was just like, because I mean, I've never been like huge on the whole steampunk thing, which that's what the game was, but it just kind of looked like the way they had it set up with the.
See, to me, it wasn't the steampunk thing that like was cool, because I hate steampunk.
Yeah.
So it was basically taking a bunch of stuff that I either don't like or I'm sick of, because it took like fantasy and steampunk, but it like combined them with like the modern Earth, like historic, like arc or history, which I love history. So he has like these. It seemed like they're in Gettysburg, like, or somewhere like in the like. Or like, but it's okay. It was weird because like, it seemed like it's in America, but then you find out at the end that they're actually like the Knights of the Round Table, which was pretty awesome. And I was like, oh, dude, that was so cool. So okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting too pumped. Okay, so basically,
I think that's kind of the point of the.
they're in this horse and carriage going down the street, but then as they're going down the street, you can tell from all like the architecture and like the setting and like the dialogue and the costume designs that they ain't in the freaking like Wild West 1886 or whatever. And then like the dude driving the buggy is like, oh, I hear something, hold up. But then you like go back into the buggy and like you see all the dudes and the lady and like what they're wearing, and like some of them have like knight armor, and then some of them have like Victorian era like garb on them. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then like they get out because like the dude gets attacked and like gets mauled by some monster that you can't even see.
Yeah,
so this
it was
is
all
like
foggy.
Yeah, this is the other thing that I thought was cool. Is like, so you basically have like all these different like historic settings combined, and then like what they're fighting is basically like supernatural creatures, because like there's like these monsters that start attacking them. It's like they kind of look like vampire or werewolfy, just like supernatural creatures, and it's like that's a pretty cool concept to me, where it's like you have all this like alternate history like combined into like the timeline that you're using as the main setting. And then you have like these crazy characters, and then like the weapons were pretty cool.
I was about to say, I like that.
It was
electric
very
rifle thing that he
Insomniac
had.
style of like combining just like crazy weaponry, like take them down.
And since there were multiple characters, it might have some type of co-op in it too. So that's always a plus. I always enjoy stuff like that. So if it has like a nice little narrative to go around with it, and it's co-op and everything, it's like it's an instant sell for me. So it looked like a really cool game. So kind of excited.
That's what it was. It was like, before they showed any of like the trailer, like it had this quote about like the knights or something, or knighthood or something, and then like you're in this like horse and buggy, and I'm like, what does this say? Knights, they don't ride horses and buggies. And then there's like street lights, and I'm like, that'd be way farther down than friggin' like back in the day before they were before they had electricity. So this is not right here. But then, like, when they're, like, about to, like, fight all the monsters and stuff, like, the lady is all like, Galahad. And I'm like, Galahad? He's one of the knights around the table. And, like, he has knight armor. So that must mean it's, like, some crazy... I totally just, like, started... I was, like, in my mind, the gears are turning, and I'm like, oh, this is... I can totally get on board this if it's, like, some sort of, like, crazy alternate history, because I love me some history from my... Because you know, Red Dead, but and it's around that time too, because it's like 1886. So now I'm wondering if it's like some sort of like alternate Civil War, and like what happened with like the whole slavery and stuff like that, and what are they going to do there? That'll be cool.
Werewolves happened. But yeah, the like just from the title of it though, it does sound like one of those kind of like supernatural dealies, like the orders, like people who kind of keep the peace and protect the world from all these supernatural threats, but kind of keep it on the DL so people don't go panicking and it's like, oh my god, these things exist. So it should be interesting. I'm interested. So it'd be cool to see what that's all about once we get more info on it and everything.
And then they had trailers for the 4 PS games that they showed at their PS4 unveil, which were Killzone Shadowfall. I kind of didn't care. I just tuned it out because it's like, oh, here's Killzone again. It's like a shooter, so I was like, F shooters, because I don't really care for them. So, And then Drive Club looks like a racing game.
As most of them do. That's kind of...
And then the infamous Second Son one was pretty cool because they showed all this different like new stuff that wasn't in the very short.
And what's better? It's probably all in-game stuff, because stuff looks that awesome now. So this next gen is gonna be crazy. But I still didn't get. I guess like Tropical was saying, like the guy who's like the main guy is like a mimic or something, but Like, it didn't really, I don't know, they didn't really, like, show that off in the trailer itself, so it was hard to, like, tell, if anything, because he still seemed like he had, like, his smoke and fire powers or whatever, so I don't know how that'll play into it, but we'll see. I'm probably going to buy it anyway, because the game looks cool, so.
And then they showed Knack as well, and some new stuff there. And they said that Killzone, Drive Club, and Knack would be available at launch, and Infamous will be out in the first quarter 2014. Oh, and then they showed this really cool, like, preview for a tech demo that Quantum Dream's working on, and it's like this, it was called, The Dark Sorcerer, and it's like this dude conjuring a spell, but then, like, in the middle of it, he, like, messes up, and he's like, oh, what the F? And so, like, it basically, the camera pans back to, like, show this, like, movie set, and he's, like, this, like, digital actor, and, like, his goblin henchman is all, like, talking to him. I thought that was so great. It was just, that was, like, one of my favorite parts of the conference. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this whole thing. So I thought that was a pleasant treat, because Quantum Dream is always about, like, making their games as close to film as possible, and it's like so funny to see it be like, oh, well, it's actually like a digital movie set, and we're actors and stuff, so that was funny.
I guess so.
And then they brought up Supergiant Games to talk about Transistor, and that led into their indie showcase, which was one of my other favorite parts, because it was like all these games I had not heard of and seen before, and I was like, whoa. So they showed Transistor, the trailer, and that will be out on PS4 early next year. And then for the indie showcase, they showed Don't Starve, Mercenary Kings, Octodad, Deadliest Catch, Secret Ponchos, Ray's Quest, Outlast, Oddworld Inhabitants. I think it's called Oddworld Inhabitants New and Tasty. It's a remake of the original. And then Galax Z. And they said that all of those titles will be debuting on PS4. So that was pretty cool. It's actually funny because, like, me and Chadwick totally had this whole discussion about, like, how indies would, like, save the day on PS4, or at least just next gen in general, but I'm not going to go there because that's a whole other conversation. And then Diablo 3 on PS3 will have exclusive items inspired by PlayStation franchises, and there will be more PlayStation exclusive items in the future coming to the game over time. And then we got Tetsuya Nomura via some video message. Another awesome part in the conference, I must say, because this, unlike the other two, this one was full of them. So it's like, okay, Tetsuya Nomura, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I was still like, I don't care. Like, I was like, whatever. It's like, Square Enix, they never show anything awesome anymore. They're still, I was so down on Square Enix, I was like, F them. I was like, they're still like, old and stuff and out of the game, and they don't know how to run things anymore. They need to just retire or something. But then you see the trailer, and then I'm like seeing this footage, and I'm like, wait a minute, this looks like. And then it says the thing I remember from like 7 years ago when they showed it the first time. This is Fantasy Center, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And then it's like Noctis and freaking Final Fantasy Versus 13, and then the trailer, and it's freaking awesome, and stuff's going down. You see the battle system, you see all this epic stuff going on. It's like you have like Ifrit and Leviathan and that other monster thing that's from Final Fantasies and stuff and craziness, and it's epic and awesome, and it's a contemporary setting, and it's like looking all modern and like not too super sci-fi or too fantasy, and then you get to the title screen and it changes and morphs, and they're like freaking Final Fantasy Versus 13, no, Final Fantasy 15, and it's like, oh, that was pretty cool, and I was like, that was pretty awesome.
Most people had kind of expected the shift over to the whole PS4 and the name change, because after such a long development time, people pretty much said it's like, okay, it's probably gonna happen, because it's been too long to be in the PS3 stages and stuff. And it also seemed like what they showed off seemed like it was lot more ambitious than what they could pull off on the PS3 or the current gen console. So they were probably it was probably bound to happen. They're like, well, you know what? There's a more powerful console out there. We might as well just jump to it, make the game look as awesome as possible, and yeah, it's a mainline game now. Although, since Kingdom Hearts 3 is now in development, which they teased right after that trailer, this also means that Final Fantasy 15. Now I'm gonna have to get used to not saying Versus 13 anymore. Is now that means it's likely pretty close to ending development, since in a lot of interviews they were always saying how they were avoiding starting Kingdom Hearts 3 because it was taking so long for Versus 13. So now that that's in development, it's likely that we might get 15 like sometime really late next year or early 15. So I guess we'll find out more when they do TGS stuff, or if they show anything in there, like because they're doing like some special Final Fantasy conference today as well. But we'll see how that goes. But at this point, once they showed off this trailer and then the Kingdom Hearts 3 teaser, I was pretty much just done for the day, and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna not care about anything else that happens anymore now, because I'm just gonna be over here obsessively watching these trailers for the next few years. So yeah, good luck with that, guys. So yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't check my Facebook before I watched these to like make sure I didn't have any spoiler stuff on them. And then like I went to my Facebook and everybody was like, "Oh, and then this happened or something," and then or he's like saying something about like, "Oh, Microsoft wasn't that bad, but then this happened," and then like, sorry, but I'm pretty sure I remember you saying that these games do not exist. So what's your current statement on Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3?
I mean, they made me all happy that they showed the trailers and stuff, but at the same time, though...
How does it make you feel about Square Enix now that you're all like, I hate them? Do you still hate them?
They're still on my list. There's no... that hasn't changed. But it was a step in the right direction. So, that is good.
Oh, so it takes more than that to redeem themselves?
Well, obviously. You can't just go giving them back for all this turmoil they caused. Just they have to work for it. So... But yeah, it's a step in the right direction. So I'm at least happy that they are trying to let people know it's like, yeah, these are still things, and we are actually working on them. We're sorry for making you wait so long. But even better, Kingdom Hearts is coming to like one of the super consoles, so it's like hell yeah. So I was pretty happy about that, because I was expecting it to probably at best be released on the PS3, but they're like, no, it's gonna be PS4.
Yeah, that's what I thought was cool, because like, I wasn't expecting them to say PS4 when they showed it, and then like they showed them, and then like they're both coming to PS4, and then they showed Final Fantasy 14, but nobody cares about that, and they're like exclusively to PS3 and PS4.
So yeah.
But in RPG, that means you have to buy one now.
Well, I mean, that pretty much guaranteed I was going to buy one, so that wasn't an issue. Cause I was like, yeah, I'm just going to camp out in front of GameStop now for the next couple of years, and then when the game gets released, I'm going to buy it. Because that's likely around the time where I will buy one, is when 15 gets released anyway, so I'll, because I wasn't planning on like actually buying one day one or anything, but yeah. But considering it's now a mainstream or a mainline Final Fantasy, it's likely going to be multi-platform now. So there's that. But Kingdom Hearts, at least, is going to probably still be exclusive to the PS4. So there's that.
Well, I was going to say something, but I completely forgot because I'm so tired. Darn it. Yeah, I was going to say, like, Final Fantasy is kind of, if it's still exclusive, it's like the new Metal Gear Solid 4, because it's like, oh, you want this game? Well, only on PlayStation. Just like Metal Gear Solid 4, it's like, oh, I want to play that game, but I don't have $599 US, so I can't play it. Luckily, we don't have that problem this time around, though, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
And then they showed Assassin's Creed 4, and you can actually... Oh, I think I forgot to mention the whole... Did they show Assassin's Creed 4 at the Microsoft thing, but like the demo didn't play, so they skipped over it?
Maybe?
I think that happened. Because they showed it here, but it played for a bit, but then it just like it melted and like wasn't working. So it's like even on the next gen, Assassin's Creed 4 totally doesn't work. So maybe they can solve that eventually and like fix it. But even in the fourth game, they're bringing their demos to E3 and they're just not working. So yeah. And they just want to crank them out every year because, they love that money.
It's true.
And then they said that in Assassin's Creed 4 you can play as the main antagonist lady from Liberation exclusively on PS3 and PS4. And that you get an hour's extra worth of gameplay. Oh wait, no, that's Watch Dogs, my bad, which was the next game. So they showed Watch Dogs, and they said that if you're on PlayStation, you get an exclusive outfit and an hour of extra gameplay.
I love new outfits.
And they showed this NBA 2K tech demo with LeBron James talking to digital LeBron James, and yeah. Elder Scrolls Online coming to PS4 spring 2014, and there will be an exclusive beta on PlayStation 4.
I love betas.
And there was a world premiere of Mad Max the game, which is being developed by Avalanche Studios, and PlayStation users will get an exclusive Road Warrior survival kit, whatever that is. Oh, and here's the part where they totally did like a double middle finger F you to Microsoft. And they're like, all that DRM that's on the Xbox One? Well, we ain't got that, because we'll support used games. You don't need to be connected to online to play. You can let people buy your games. You can trade them, and you can do all this other crap.
It's like, you can still have friends. We don't mind.
And the crowd went nutso and was just like, Sony, we love you. It was crazy. It was great. I loved it. I was like, yay, they listen to us, and they actually do like me. I feel liked for once in my life. Let's see. Oh, and then they talked about some day one PlayStation Network functionality that will be on the PlayStation 4, so you can play the games as they're being downloaded. There will be cross-game voice chat. You can transition your real-world friends to your PlayStation Network friends via other social media network websites, I'm guessing. Share button? Oh yeah, that's me. Day one, cannot wait. And then they said that your PlayStation Plus membership will carry over. And they had this slide, and I'm questioning if you can if you have free PlayStation. I'm sorry, not free PlayStation. Free multiplayer on PlayStation 4, or if you need to buy PlayStation Plus to play multiplayer games. But we haven't got that clarified yet, so we're still waiting. Oh, and they said that at launch, PlayStation Plus users will get Jive Club for free. So you don't even need to buy that game; you'll get it for free with PlayStation Plus if you're a Plus member. So you get that. And the PlayStation Plus thingy on PlayStation 4 is basically you get a new title for free every month. So huzzah! Monthly free games. And they had the world premiere gameplay of Destiny, and it looked pretty good. And I was like, oh man, cannot wait to be playing this on my PlayStation 4. And then they showed the price, but no release date. They're like $399, and I was like, oh, day one, because that was my sweet spot.
It's also $100 cheaper than the Xbox One.
It sure is, which is a ding to them.
It's kind of surprising, because I was expecting it to be as much or if not higher, and then they're like, nope, it's cheaper because we can.
And it's only $50 more than a Wii U, which is makes it a better deal. Just say. My opinion, all these games that we just talked about that not going to be on Wii U, Microsoft 5, nope. That other game, Destiny, yeah, nope. Drive Club, that infamous Second Son, yeah, those aren't going to be on Wii U, so, Why pay $50 more and not, or $50? I'm confused. Less.
It's more. Sheesh.
$50 more.
We're gonna teach you math one of these days.
Hey, I knew what a rhombus was. That's geometry. Geometry is like kind of math, isn't it?
Oh Lord.
Shapes and angles.
Uh-huh.
Angles and distance. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Triangles. You know.
It's too late, Tekken.
Equilateral, isosceles, right triangle.
It's too late.
Obtuse.
Just stop.
There's all up on that math and angles and stuff. But
Just no.
that's it for what I had to say about the Sony event, and I'm totally on PlayStation. I'm sorry. I'm totally back on Team PlayStation now. After the long exodus to Team Nintendo, it's like the honeymoon's over, and I'm still breaking up with them, and it's over.
Oh no! But they have counseling.
It's like they don't have destiny.
I mean, they tried.
No Star Fox, no Cell.
Is that enough, Tekken? They tried.
No Star Fox, no Cell. No co-op, no Cell. I don't think they have any co-op games, so.
I'm sure they do. I mean, it's Nintendo. They were built on co-op.
Well, they're not as awesome as what's that game called? The Watch. Is it The Watch?
The Order?
There's some game from Ubisoft that they showed. It was like the last game they showed, and it's like open world, third person
The Witness?
co-op. It's not The Witness. That's the indie game.
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of buzz going on, so.
I think it's The Watch. Or the something.
So something. Ah.
The something. But yeah, that's all I got to say about Sony. Good job, Sony. Jack Tritton, keep up the good work. High fives, thumbs up, all the way around.
Yeah.
Thanks for not bidding us over like Microsoft.
Some people are into that, though. So, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying.
Do you have anything else to say, RPG, or can we wrap this up?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, I need to go to sleep and get my brain back.
Or whatever you count as a brain back anyway.
Hey, if I didn't have a brain, I couldn't be alive right now or something.
Uh-huh. So yay. Yay for E3. Also Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. So yay. Those happened.
But okay, I guess I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, and then Gamer cannot wait to just.
Oh God.
Rub that in his face, because it's like, oh, it's gonna be at least one game, and there totally wasn't. So, yeah, Gamer, I'm waiting. Where you at?
Gamer, run away! Don't ever come back. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, that's been our roundup so far of the E3 stuff, and whenever I can wrangle Tropical, I can get his thoughts on it too. And, just keep checking our site, endlesspodcast.com, our Facebook and YouTube, and everything else out there on the internet, and stuff. Okay, do you have anything else to say, RPG?
Nope.
Alright, well, we hope you've been enjoying this E3, and all these awesome new game announcements, and all the new games that are awesome that we have to play and look forward to, and stuff. And until you see from us again, we're now signing off. Okay, some quick breaking news. Basically, Final Fantasy 13. I'm sorry, Final Fantasy 14.
15.
Final Fantasy 15.
Get your numbers right.
I'm sorry. So Final Fantasy 15 and is Kingdom Hearts 3 also multi-platform?
Yes, both titles are coming to the PS4 and Xbox One.
Okay, so neither of them are multi-platform. So
So, I don't know how I feel about this because part of the issue I remember with 13 was people got all up in arms because it was multi-platform, and part of that kind of tarnished their image of the game, and now I'm worried that people are going to be all up in arms like, oh, these are both. I mean, I expected 15 to come to Xbox One since once it became a mainline Final Fantasy, it was pretty much guaranteed, but I'm actually surprised about the Kingdom Hearts 3 one because up until now, the mainline ones have been exclusively on Sony platforms outside of 3D, and the other ones have pretty much just been on, the spin-offs just been on whatever random Nintendo console they found. So it's it's an interesting turn of events. So we'll see how this plays out, or if this affects development time or anything, or compression of videos and stuff like Gamer likes to talk about whenever anything related to Xbox happens. So yeah, this should be interesting.
I'm sure if it's not announced by TGS, we'll find out then, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, should be interesting.
But yeah, that was a quick update. Just the whole Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 multi-platform, not exclusive. So yeah, that is that. And see you guys, or wait, no, check us out and stuff on the internet and stuff. Yeah, and we're now signing off.